A critical project to improve a customer service process has failed. Something critical has failed. Even though all the end users were trained on the new service, they rejected the change and continued using their original process. Which of the following actions should the team take, not the project manager? Escalate the lack of cooperation to the end user's function manager. Take notes of the risk associated with the new implementation. Engage the end user community and try to understand their concerns. Repackage and execute the original plan. What do you think is the correct answer? Is correct, Hafiz? What about the others? Why you are going to make the complaints, Naveed? Complaining will make them the enemy, the resistance stakeholder. And someone is not complying or replying or feeling connected, you have to talk to them. What about others? Yes, Mr. Aziz, correct. What about you, Salman? Yes, Navid, correct, man. So instead of taking the actions, we will engage them. Engagement is the problem. If we will engage them, they will do the better. Let me see. Okay, it will be fine now. Is it okay now? Great. Perfect. Let's go to the next. A team will receive an email from the product owner asking for a more precise view of actual time spent on tasks to apply more accurate business value estimates in the product backlog. Team is extremely busy and deadlines are tight. How should the team lead answer this request? Make sure the team is updating the burn down chart daily so the PO has an accurate view. Ask the product owner to supply the team with more specific team. Product owner provides the team. Did we learn like this? Never, right? So it cannot be answered directly. Explain that flexible estimates means product owner is asking you to do something and now you are negotiating, right? Will you do this? No, very good. State that the team is extremely busy. Will you say this? No, correct. All of you are correct. Yes. So, yes, in that situation, A is the correct answer. So, that's how we can reach easily to the correct answer, eliminating the points. If you have the understanding, your answer can never be wrong. Let's go next. Agile team has identified a lot of risks and issues, but the note seems to be a bit unclear. Which two of the following are risks? And we have to select two answers. The burn down chart is unclear, it has not been updated. The new DevOps tools chain may be ready during this iteration. The vision statement is misunderstood, resulting in flawed requirement. The tech lead for the project has resigned from the company. A senior VP has indicated that there are additional requirements. The tech lead has resigned. Has resigned. It's a risk or an issue. We said risk is the future event, right? Risk is what? Future event. And if it has occurred, it will be the issue. So it has already occurred, so it cannot be the answer because they are asking about the risk. Very good. It has not been updated. Has not been updated. So it means chart is not updated, so it's in the past, right? So when it is not updated, so it's not a risk, it's an issue. So A is also gone out of our league. Remaining are B, C, and E. And we have to choose one. So we have to eliminate one more answer. A senior VP has indicated that there are additional requirements. If I remove R and put will, B, so it could be the risk, but R means no, present is not a risk. Risk is the future event. And risk is what? Which should impact the project objectives. What are the project objectives? Scope, time, cost, and quality. So a risk is what? It includes uncertainty, or it will have a positive or negative impact. So unclear burndown chart, resignation, and news of additional requirements. They are the events which have already happened. And with the things which have already happened, they cannot be the risk. And for the risk, you will always have this word, right? May be. This is one of the biggest identification of risk. This is the biggest identification of risk. The vision statement is misunderstood, resulting in flawed requirement. So now uncertainty is here also. But what are the flaws? We don't know. We have to go and find out. So once you have uncertainties, that is actually the risk. So B and C are actually the correct answer, not E. And that's how we eliminate E also on those conditions. Great. Let's move forward. A project manager shifts to an agile approach for a project with an aggressive go-to-market timeline. The project manager needs to revise the stakeholder engagement plan so that it follows agile principles. Which actions should the project manager take? Increase the number of formal training workshops to cover all relevant issues for its stakeholders, including the sponsor and the client. We are going with the aggressive timeline, and now you will increase the number of formal training workshops. Increase the number of stakeholder communication channels. Make stand-up meetings mandatory for all key stakeholders. We said stand-up meeting is only for the team, right? So C cannot be the answer. The project manager needs to revise the stakeholder engagement plan. So answer itself, sorry, question itself tells you I am the answer. So yes, D is the correct answer. Very good. Great. Let's go next. Project manager is working on a data center project and is developing the schedule management plan. The project was planned to last 40 days and a sponsor wants it in 35. Which action should the project manager take to amend this schedule for the new requirement? Crash activities, increase durations, use leads, or use lives. It's 40. So it means what topic it is asking. When it is happening, what topic is it asking? It is asking to perform what? Schedule compression. And once we have a schedule compression, so we have two types of compressions, crashing and fast tracking. In crashing, we add resources. In fast tracking, we do the activities in parallel. So based upon that, what is the correct answer? Aziz, read again. There is a word called not. Critical path is the longest path. So we must perform crashing on the critical path. If this is the path, why I should perform crashing on this path? Hafiz, you want to go from 40 to 35, not 35 to 40. If I take your answer, it will add more days inside. So, no, Ms. Ussa, if you look, crash activities that are not on the critical path. I just said we perform crashing on the critical path activities. We never perform crashing on non-critical path activities. So this is wrong by definition. And when I will use the lag, it will increase and we want to decrease. We want to come from 40 to 35. So if we want to come from 40 to 35, how can I increase the duration? I have to reduce the duration, right? So B is also the wrong answer. The remainings are what? Leads. And what is lead? Advancing the successor activity towards predecessor activity is called as lead. Great. I hope clarification was good to understand. Next, a new product is released by a company when a customer identifies performance issues with the product. PM investigates and realizes that the cost of quality methodology should have been used to estimate this cost. Assuming this customer has identified an issue, which category of cost of quality should the project manager be referring to? So after reading the whole question, as I always explain you that answer question is always in the last line of the question. Which category? So from this, which are the categories of cost of quality? We have cost of conformance plus cost of non-conformance. When a customer identifies performance issues with the product, the PM investigates and realizes that estimation was not done well. So cost of quality has nothing to do with D. And external cost is what? Cost of non-conformance. So this should be the answer, right? Because issues are happening. Issues are happening. Which category you are referring to? That they calculate the cost of conformance, but they forgot to calculate the cost of non-conformance. So in that context, external cost is what? Cost of non-conformance, because issues are coming. While prevention cost and appraisal cost is cost of conformance. So in that context, B is the correct answer. Because when the fault comes in the cost of non-conformance, not on the cost of conformance. Something has already happened. So B is actually the answer. Let's go next. A product owner is collaborating with the team lead to refine the product backlog. They need a better way to prioritize the backlog because the current stakeholders could not agree while using the MOSCO technique. The product owner decides to create a matrix and identified value as the first axis. Which two items could work for the second axis? Value and First axis is value. What should be the second axis? Mhm. No, Gopal. One is correct, one is not. Which two items could work for the second axis? If you guys remember what we do in the product backlog, we try to deliver with the highest value and highest risk, right? So one is already done. One is already done, which is what? Value. And we don't put quality on any axis. And when it is agile, right? When we are discussing product backlog. So what we do in the product backlog, we don't calculate the time. We calculate the efforts, which are shown in the burn down chart or burn up chart. So answers are risk and effort. Answers are risk and effort. Always remember that in Agile, we don't estimate the time or cost. Instead, we estimate the efforts, and efforts contributes to what? Story points. Efforts contributes to story points. So we estimate efforts. So on one axis, I can use value. On the second axis, I can use risk and efforts. So A and B were the correct answers. Agile learning is losing. An organization's policy states any change requested on a project that exceeds an amount must adhere to the policy. PM received an urgent change request from the customer and they want it added to the change control board agenda for tomorrow. However, the CR is incomplete. What should the project manager do? Begin additional analysis of the CR, put it on the agenda without as incomplete, return the CR to the customer because it is incomplete, or approve the change request. And I think you guys are sensible enough to select the correct answer. Yes, Gopal, very good. Yes, Harp is good. What about others? What do you think? We have already made a ground rule, right? If it is related to any baseline change, right? Any baseline change will be approved by the change control board. So in that context, D is incorrect. And when customer is coming, you cannot refuse it. You cannot say to anyone that your change request is incomplete. It's your task to make it impact analysis. So you cannot do this also. And you will never do this because it's incomplete. Whatever the thing is, what you have to do? You have to do the additional analysis of the change request. If someone is submitting the change request, he will just submit the change. Impact analysis is the project manager task. He or she should do it. So we will never return the request to the customer and we will never keep incomplete things in the agenda of the meeting. So yes, those who have answered A, their answers are correct. It's the project manager responsibility, not anyone else. Great. A construction project is coming to an end. In advance, the management team has been trained to take charge of all aspects of maintaining the building. Lead engineer from the development team expresses concerns. During construction, substantial new technologies were introduced and the engineering team learned new skills. What is the best way for the team to handle knowledge transfer in this case? Set up a contract for the engineering team to continue as consultant, required engineering team to record their knowledge and make this available to the management team. Set up additional training for management team and include engineering development team as key stakeholders, or conduct root cause analysis. So I think again you can reach to the answer easily. Yes, Gopal, your answer is correct. No, Zubair. There is better answer than this. If you guys see an answer and you think it is the right answer, don't stop there. Go up till the ask, because there could be a better answer than this. So Naveed and Hafiz, yes, your answers are correct. What about others? All of you should try to give an answer on the chat window. So it will give you enough courage. Even if it is incorrect, no matter. But try to answer it. Don't leave it like you are not answering. Try to engage yourself. Try to participate. No matter if your answer is wrong. Why we will set up a new contract? We will never set up the new contract. Ms. Ustad, there is better answer than this. Zubair, it has nothing to do with the question. Root cause analysis has nothing to do with the question. So those who have answered C, yes, they are correct, because you will make the engineering team as key stakeholders. They are complaining. Engineering team learned new skills. So they are our key stakeholders. And now they will provide the training for management team. Because require the engineering team to record their knowledge. It doesn't show the proactiveness. And it is your task to meet the requirement. And trainings are what? Which type of requirements? If you guys remember, we have functional requirements, non-functional requirements, stakeholder requirements, business requirements, quality requirements, and transition requirements. So providing the training is which type of requirement? Providing the training is related to transition requirement. Yes. So, and who should meet the project requirement? Because stakeholder needs and expectations are what? Project requirements. And project management is done to meet the project requirement. Who should do the project management? Project manager. So if you look at B, you are throwing the task to someone, which means you don't know it will happen or not. And if it doesn't happen, your project will be incomplete. So in that context, C is better answer than others. Very good. Let's go next. A key team member has been offered a new opportunity and leaving. Team is looking for replacement but unable to find. This team member has been with the project since it began and has a lot of knowledge and skills that other team members learn. Which two actions should the team take to ensure project continuity? Create a new work item in the product backlog to interview the departing team member and record the sessions. Discuss the risk of a key dependencies resignation in the next team retrospects. Inform the team member manager that unless they find someone soon, it could be detrimental to the project. It's like you are crying like a baby. Schedule knowledge transfer sessions with departing team members. Ask departing team member to nominate existing team members. Does it happen when you resign from your job and your manager says find someone, then you can leave the job? Never, right? This is thank you very much. You are going. Please don't discuss with us. So C and E are out of the league for us. Eliminate one and you will have two correct answers by yourself. Yes, Zubair. Yes, Hafiz. Good. No, both of your first answer is incorrect. I told you this answer will never be the correct answer. Why you guys keep falling in the same trap? I have told you clearly that next, only, must, everyone, everything, all, accept, reject, ignore, they can never be the right answer. So why you guys keep selecting the same answer again and again? Try to focus and you can easily find the correct answer. These words are your lifelines. Trust me. It can save you a lot of time, a lot of energy, and give you a lot of confidence. So always keep a note of these things. Don't make these mistakes again and again. These are basic mistakes which will for sure destroy your score. So yes, A and D are the correct answers because this is the question in the last part of it, which we have to focus. Let's go next. Company is completing a merger that require specialist care. And you guys should have been noticing how I read the question. I think you should, majority of you should have now learned that how I read the question, the way, including something the team is conflicted about what to do, but the product owner has identified knowledge transfer to ensure the new organization can maintain as one of the highest priorities for the merger. Which two actions should the team take? Should the team take? Peer leaders from each of the critical business elements in both companies for collaboration. Hold daily stand-up meetings to discuss the new. Do we do this in the status meeting? Is it the agenda of daily stand-up meeting? Never, right? Out of the league. Good. Post updates in the monthly status report. Do we have status reports in Agile? What we use instead of status reports, what the terminology is? We use what? We use what? Information radiators. Low tech, high touch. So this is out of the league also. Hire specialist in IP rights and museum management to lead a formal transfer. We do the knowledge transfer from the internal people or external people? Internal, right? So D is again out of the league. So we have eliminated three answers. So remaining are two, which are A and I don't know what is E, but we have already reached to E. Create a backlog item to ensure the artifacts and property that are most valuable. So you can keep an eye on it. It should not be missed as a task. So make it in the product backlog. So wait, A and A is correct. Peer leaders from each of the critical business elements in both companies for collaboration. A is correct. The backlog has nothing to do with it. So it means there is one more answer which we have to select. We already removed B. We already removed C. Then it means D should be the correct answer. Normally we hire the internal people for that formal transfer. But what it is, hire specialists in IP rights and museum management to lead a formal transfer, not the knowledge transfer. So as I said, one word will destroy your learning. So keep an eye and always read from a start to end. If you find your wrong word here, incorrect word here, no need to read complete. Stop and go to next. But if it is not, read until the last and focus on every word. If one word is wrong, the whole will be wrong. So yes, A and D are the correct answers. Great. Perfect. So in every question, whatever we do, we collect some lesson learns, which guys should take note of it, but not to repeat those type of mistakes again and again. A global organization is somewhere, uh, and they are doing to make the employees legal. 85 person employees live in this country, and they've launched a program for the betterment. That's it. However, this weekend, the director of marketing sent an urgent email demanding that they correct a mistake on the project prototype ASAP. Two team members sent messages with a tone of panic to the team lead's personal phone. How should the team lead respond? Remind the director the team is not required to work outside of office hours. Contact HR and escalate this matter. Do nothing until Monday. Assure the director that the team will address the problem next week and tell the team member who messaged to have a nice weekend. And I think answer is very clear. There's only one correct answer. And again, you can add this word also in your exclusion list. This will never be your correct answer. And doing nothing will never be your correct answer. So A and C are out of the league. Contact HR. You will go against director. Does it happen that you guys go to your HR against your director? It's not a polite way of working, which means you want confrontations. Never. So better answer is D here. That let them have a work on weekdays when the week will start. ASAP doesn't mean that you have to do it now. It's against the law. And PMI will never ask you to do something which is against the law. As I always keep saying, when you are answering the questions, you are from PMI side, not what you do in the real life. In the real life, you answer your boss's call. But in the standard life, which is based upon the standards in the book, it's illegal. After 8 hours, you are on your own. A team is building something. Some technical team members are highly experienced with mega infrastructure projects. However, the team also includes many junior trainees. So when I read this, I can find out that there is a gap in the knowledge, which we can do what? And now I have an answer in my mind, which I need to match down. This variance in team experience is listed as a risk that could affect the team. At the morning status meeting, a facilitator led a discussion about continuous improvement and asked the team how leadership and company could help them improve. The team listed the following answers. Which two actions can help this team improve? Which two actions can help this team improve? And as I said, I already know what will be the answer. After reading this line, the background information, this answer is already down. Naveed, no. Aziz, no. One is correct, one is not. So some of you are going with one correct, one incorrect. Hafiz and Salman, yes, your answers are correct. Miss, yes, both of you miss are correct. Zubair, yes. Hire experienced workers next time will never be the correct answer also. And have more meetings. The problem is not meeting here. The purpose is the knowledge here. Offer a remote working option. It has nothing to do with the question. So remaining are B and D. It's all about learning and goals. So yes, B and D are the correct answers. Focus on the words, focus on the points, focus on the question. Exam, use the highlighter so your life will be easy. And as I always say, when you're reading the question, you should have a pop-up in your mind that what should be the answer accordingly. A global organization operates a continuous training model. They design custom training and deliver it virtually. The team in charge of training brainstorm a list of ideas to check if the training is effective and adequate. Which item on this list will help determine the effectiveness of this training? Give trainees a pre-assessment. Monitor how many people had their cameras on during the training. Survey people. I am teaching you guys mostly without cameras, but I know your assessments. Survey people about their area of interest. Perform a statistical sampling of attendees to find out what they learn. And what is statistical sampling? It is the sampling of attributes and features. So which one is the correct answer then? Zubair and Naveed. Training is completed. And the option you guys are selecting, it is for the next one. Aziz, same for you. We have delivered the training and now we are checking that what impact it has brought. Yes, now you guys are coming online. Exactly. You are going to check if the training provided was adequate or not. So in that context, D is the better answer to check that what they have learned, right? That's what we do after a training, to check what they have learned, not the pre-assessment, not the cameras. And this is the pre one, not post-training. This is pre-training thing, not post-training thing. Great. After months of information gathering and meeting with the community, a police force wants to design and launch an app to improve the quality of communication with member of the public, one of their critical stakeholders. How is this an example of continuous process improvement? People who use the app will automatically receive monthly updates. The app development will be a separate agile track, which shows that police force is using good project management. It is intended to improve efficiency and quality of communication between the pillars. Crime rates will be declined, where the continuous improvement is reflecting from these 4 points. Yes, Af is good. Yes, Salman. Yes, Zubair. Yes, Aziz. Good. Exactly. All of you are correct. C is the better answer in the context of question which defines the continuous improvement. Very good. A highly engaged agile team is forced to hold business operations when a major crisis occurs, closing offices and requires employee to work remotely. Many team members who were high performing contributors before the crisis are missing daily stand ups, but turning their cameras off and not participating. Because of poor attendance, the project is not meeting its sprint goals. Consequently, the project is not performing well. Which action is the most effective way to motivate the team? Skip the retrospect, avoid the consistent contributors, send emails to absent team members, keep your camera on to lead by example, and use an agenda that involves people in the meeting. No, Aziz, it's not a school. Exactly, Hafiz. Naveed, this is not a school. Zubair, this is not a school. We are discussing professional project meeting. Yes, Masusa, correct. Yes, Salman. Yes, Aziz. Naveed, why you will do this? B and C are like a school type of attitude, right? The kids are not performing well, so you will call the parents that your kid is not working good. Please behave. We are professional people. And retrospect has nothing to do with the question. So yes, D is the correct answer. Great. Another one. A PM joins a team. Replacing manager left. Initial meetings, project manager realized This is my answer already, right? Team have different opinion. If I will read this, my answer will be wrong. Team did not respect each other and environment was becoming counterproductive. Until this, my answer is different. And as I said, answer is always in the last part, right? The question is always in the last part. However, now the team has begun to communicate. So, which phase you are from the Tuckman ladder? Exactly. Exactly. Navid, you are reading the first line only. And Miss, no. Naman, no. They are communicating. They have begun to communicate more effectively and develop some process and procedures for working together. It means it has not working together. If you will answer for this, your answer will be A. If you will answer for this, your answer will be B. And if you will answer for this, your answer will be C. And D is nowhere. And what I said, answer is question is always in the last part of the question, so they are out of the league. And this is the correct answer. Focus, focus, and focus. Read carefully. A project is comprised of three highly dependent parts, each completed by its own team. The team leader worries that conflict might arise when the outputs from the three teams are combined. Ask for advice. What advice should the project manager provide? Decide which teamwork should be prioritized, then delay. In any situation, you will do this. Surely no. Document conflict as they occur and take actions to remedy any problem that arise. Continue to let all simultaneously and think that conflict can be addressed at the testing phase, means next. And what I told you, next will always be the incorrect answer. So yes, half is your answer is correct. What about others? I've been helping you a lot. I eliminate two answers by myself. And then I give you only two. Yes, exactly. Aziz, Hafiz, and Salman. These are the correct answers. What about others? Naman, conflict of scheduling are appearing. The best answer is A. Identify potential conflict. Documenting the conflict is never the right approach. We don't document the conflict, we solve them. So identify them. If you look, this is what collaborate, and this is what smooth, right? Accommodate by some time, not now. We'll do it later on. Something like this. Exactly not the same, but somehow this same. You're delaying the things. The best problem solving technique is what collaborate, which is the win-win situation, isn't it? So yes, A, those who have answered is the correct answer. Let's do one more question. An unresolved conflict between a member of a third party vendors team and a member of a project team is causing disruption. This issue is escalated to the PM. What you will do as a project manager first? Meet with the vendor to discuss the issue, place the item on the backlog, draft and send a contractual letter to vendor, send an email to vendor. Which one is the collaborative one? What we said, collaborative is the best technique. Yes, Naveed, good. Aziz, yes. Exactly, Mr. Sam, very good. Zubair, yes. So we should do the collaborate. And collaborate is in number A. While conflicts are happening, let's solve one more question. I think it's also about the same topic. Yes. A team is comprised of something to manage scheduling priorities. Conflict. PM schedules a video conference call. You know the answer. PM schedules the call. And you know the answer, I guess. Exactly. So that, yes, no, I'm good. Yes, Salman. Very good. What about others? PM took the initiative. It means what he or she wants to do. Yes. Collaborate. Force means you will force your opinion. So here you are not forcing your opinion. Here you are helping them to resolve their conflicts. So collaborate or problem solve.